or advertisers of this station.
Well, hello, family. Hello and welcome. Today is Tuesday, December 7th, and you are listening and watching to Safe Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. I am Carol Riddick, and I am your guest host for this week. Listen, we had a great time last night. We had so much fun. At least I did. And I hope you did too. And I'm looking forward to having just as much fun, if not more fun, tonight. So I told you guys, it's always my pleasure and a privilege for me to share time, space, and energy with you guys. And tonight we are joined by our illustrious producer, Miss Kayla J. You know, she always makes sure our time together is amazing. Hi, Miss Kayla J. As always, I encourage you to call in and talk with us. You can do so by calling 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. And if you leave us a comment on our socials, I promise I will do my absolute best to read it on the air. Okay, just I promise. But if you're interested in connecting on social media, you can reach me on IG at Carol_Riddick and on Facebook at carolriddick.vocalist. And you can reach Miss Kayla J everywhere. I should have done that. At Kayla J _music nerd. That's KALAJ_music nerd. But before we go any further, I want to extend my gratitude to those of you who are already in the space, already tuned into us, and to those of you who will tune in, and to those of you who just simply wanted to do so. Well, you know our time together goes by so quickly, so I'm going to plant this seed early. I'm going to plant it right now. We have some giveaways tonight, and I know you're going to want them. I know you are. I know you are. So stay with us for all the details, okay? Because I want you to win it. I want you to win it. I'd like to introduce you to our first guests this evening. Okay, let me take my time with this. They are a phenomenal husband and wife duo. They are each uberly talented, gifted, anointed. There's so many adjectives I could use to describe them, and I get to call them my friends, okay? And they are also former and current Grammy Award nominees. I don't know if y'all heard me. Family, please welcome into the space Marcus and Jean Baylor, otherwise known as the Baylor Project. Hi, family.
Mama. You are so good at this. Can I just tell you, I would be stuttering and slurping all over my words.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
On the mic.
Get out of here. Listen, first let me say thank you so much for accommodating me, obliging my request. Okay. I will not tell the rest of the family in the world you know what the backstory, but I will just let them know that I love you more now than I ever did before. Okay. I will tell them that. I will.
You already know. Yes. You already know.
You have no idea. I'd like to let the world know. You see me stutter over that. I have to let the world know that I'm going to have to promise them a limb or, you know, an unborn child. But it might be too late for that one. You know, I don't know. I think that ship has sailed. I don't know.
You never know.
Saying that to me. They keep saying that. Like, yeah. In any event tonight, this time right here, it is all about you. I want the rest of our family, our WURD family, and the remainder of the world who are unfamiliar to know you. I need them to know exactly who you are. So now I know you, as you know, but would you please, because we claim you guys from Philly and you're not from Philly, would you please tell us just a little bit about from where you come? from where you hail.
Wow. Well, I'm an adopted son of Philly. Can I say that?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm from St. Louis originally, Ferguson to be exact. Gene and I, well, I went to music school in New York, and I met Gene after college because I was introduced to Gene by another Philly guy, Orrin Evans.
That's right.
So Philly is just running all through here.
You're like Philly's God kids.
Yes. Yes.
Philly's God kids.
I'm
That's
actually
funny.
Philly's grandkids because
Yeah.
my mama's from Philly.
Yes.
So I grew up in South Jersey, and my mom grew up in North Philly and 23rd and Diamond in the Raymond Rosen projects. Back in the day, she's a
Yes.
Philly girl.
Yes.
By way of West Virginia. So,
Mhm.
and I went to Temple, of course. So, I'm kind of like second generation ish.
Yes.
Philly girl, Temple Owl. Yeah,
Yeah. And you got a lot of family here in Philly too.
I do.
You do.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Absolutely.
You know, I did not know that Orrin Evans introduced you guys. I remember the story that you told to me, and if you wouldn't mind repeating the story of when you guys met, because I thought it was adorable. I thought it was so cute. But I had no idea that it was Orrin who introduced you to.
Yes.
It was. Music brought us together.
Yes.
So I was participating in an ASCAP workshop back in the day when Bill Brown, he was at ASCAP. He was like the man.
But you got to give a little bit. You guys got to give a little bit of history because it's Philly. This was like your first performance,
Right.
Because this was after.
This was like a little while after I made my departure from the group from Jeanne, and this was kind of like my first public, I guess, performance as a quote unquote solo artist. But the showcase was centered around like songwriters and producers. It wasn't necessarily centered around artists. It was centered around like up and coming songwriters and producers, and I was kind of focusing on that. Okay. So it's that I was the one that was singing the songs that I either wrote or co-wrote. So it was like a 20-minute set, and I needed a drummer, and I had found a drummer, but he flaked out on me. And so Orrin was like, yo, I just ran into this guy, this drummer, Coco. And I'm like, who? He's like, Marcus Baylor. I'm like, who? He's like, he plays for the Yellow Jackets. I'm like, Yellow Jackets? Are you sure? And so he passed on his number. I hit him up. Yes.
Oh, I wasn't the first call.
Oh, my God.
Oh, she called another drummer first.
I didn't know you.
She called another drummer that flaked out.
It wasn't possible.
So I was the second call. Wasn't the first girl.
I could do it.
Oh my!
It's not like I heard you and then I called somebody else.
I just
didn't know you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Just want to make it clear.
Just want to make it clear.
But I felt the pain. I heard the pain. I felt it. I heard it.
Yes.
I mean, there was pain in that statement. I heard it and felt it.
Yes.
But I get over it.
Yes.
I ain't gonna tell you the name of the guy who flaked out.
I was going to ask, but I said no.
Let's not do
Let's not do that. I
totally remember that. But anyway, so Orrin gave me his number, his beeper number. Beep me 911, and I'll call you
did
back
have a beeper, didn't
to see what you did. This was a pager. This was like when did we met? 99. Yep. It was.
Oh no, 2000.
No, it was 2000.
2000.
It was 2000, September 2000. So I hit him up. He called me back, and he was like, "Oh yeah, cool." And so we connected like that. And so, but the funny thing is, I found out a while later, months later, that he almost didn't feel like doing it, so he almost flaked out. But he wasn't gonna flake out.
Right. Come get it together.
He was gonna do like a responsible musician would do and refer another drummer. He was gonna sub out the gig to somebody else, but. Aren't you glad you did not?
Well, I'm just saying.
Amen.
But you would have been good, though.
You missed out on a blessing of your life.
I'm just
You
saying.
hear that? You were about to flake out on your future wife?
Oh, God. Why would I use
You
flake
see
out?
what I'm
Sub
saying?
out. It's
You
sub.
about to flake out.
Sub.
Tell the story like you hear it, Carol. Tell
You
it.
were about to flake out on your future.
I had a lot going on.
You were still tying up some loose ends. Amen.
That's too much.
Amen. All right. For tying up loose ends. He said you're doing
the wrong.
That's all right. Sometimes loose ends need to be tied up.
Hello.
I had some loose ends that needed to be burned.
Okay, I don't know. I don't know about all that. It's too much.
I don't know about all that.
He's like that sometimes.
No, it's too much.
You too. So okay, so we fast forward. So tell me, so you played the gig, and then I mean, was it love at first sight? Was it what?
Absolutely.
Well, let me
for
say,
her.
before we even got to the gig, the day we actually met, we decided to meet in the city because I was coming up to the city for some meetings, and I was like, "Hey, I'll be there." Okay, I'm gonna give you the CD because we didn't have the MP3 thing going on yet.
No, you gave me a cassette tape.
Oh, it was a cassette.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
ooh.
Do you still have that cassette?
Probably somewhere up there.
You
Yeah.
got it. You keep everything. And so, yeah, a cassette tape that I
commend
made.
you.
I had to drive it up. We said we're gonna meet in front of the Blue Note because we both know what that is. And I'm standing out there like waiting. I was waiting like 10 minutes or whatever. And like every time like an artsy looking dude would pass by, I'm like, is that him? No. Someone who kind of looked like a musician. No. He kept walking. Okay. So I looked down a little ways, and it's a super clean cut dude walking down the street, and I was like, nah, it's not him. And then I looked down again, and he takes some change or some money out of his pocket, right? And he gives it to this homeless guy. I was like, oh, so nice. And then I look like, because he was a little ways off, and he finally comes up, and I'm like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. Oh, it's him. Oh, okay. I was like, he was cute little thing too. Come to find out months later, see, a lot of the bones came out of that. So I'm like, yeah, I did kind of, well, I drove past first to see. And then, well, when I saw you looking, that's when I gave the homeless guy some change.
No. Girl, don't.
Wait a minute.
Stop, girl. Don't go with that. We're not going
I was
with
like,
that.
what?
Y'all, I give.
What is happening?
Compassionate,
Wait.
brother.
What is happening? Wait a minute. Let me find out. Marcus, don't you let me find out that is what happened. Did you do that?
At least he didn't go back and get the money, though. Because now that would have been tough.
Marcus, I don't know how to feel about this. I don't know how to feel right now. I just don't know.
That's a lot.
So wait. Okay, that's Jean's rendition. So that's not exactly your rendition.
I mean, for what she remember, I mean, that was some years ago. So that's what the memory is. I mean, I just know how I live today.
You said if that's what the memory is.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yes.
Okay, wait, but you're saying you're kind of disputing it though. It's not the same for you.
I mean, it's close to the story. It's close enough.
Mm-hmm.
We'll make it.
The only thing we disputed was what pants you were wearing. Because I was like, no, you had those on. He's like, no, I had these on. Because they were beige pants, like khaki type pants. And they pleated. Because, St. Louis brothers always going to have some parts.
No, I don't really. I don't crease my
You
pants.
don't crease not no more? You don't crease no more.
Wait, that was the thing back then though. That was I mean, that was what we did. You had to have creases in your pants because you weren't fly if you didn't. You okay, no.
A crease is a crease. St. Louis, them jokers would stand up by themselves.
But you can't even get your legs in the pants. You be struggling to pull them. All that starch.
Did you hang those up? No, they're just standing up in the corner.
You know what? You two, that's exactly why I love talking to you two. I love the honesty. I love the transparency. That's what I will say. I love the transparency. I mean, you two are, first of all, Jean and I, we always say we're sisters because heavens to Murgatroyd. I do the same thing. People,
and she corrected me, and just know, sometimes the grammar can get a little tricky.
I appreciate that.
No.
It comes out.
Oh, yes, just
no. Okay, I just want it to be known. Okay, in the universe that I do not correct people when they're speaking. I do not. I mean, although
She can't help it. She don't know.
I do not. I do not.
I can't remember what it was today. Yes.
I appreciate you holding me down.
Yes.
That's not it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Family, if you have just joined us, you are listening to Save Space on WURD 96.1 FM and 900 AM. I am encouraging you to call us and have some fun with us. You can do so by calling 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. What I'd like to let you know, WURD family. Now, is the time to join the movement. As the only Black-owned talk radio station in Pennsylvania and one of only a few in the nation, it is more important now than ever to have a place where we can speak and be heard in our own voices. Understand this, y'all. We can do that with your help, though. Visit WURDradio.com or call 215-425-7875. Family, we are talking with the Baylor Project, none other than Marcus Baylor and Jean Baylor. And we've been having so much fun, too much fun, as a matter of fact. So what we're going to do is take a minute, get us some water, and we'll be right back. Stay with us.
This is David Charles Abell, music director of the Philly Pops. Join me for Philly's best-loved holiday tradition, a Philly Pops Christmas. Don't miss Broadway's Mary Poppins, Scarlett Strallen, Philly's own Phantom Hugh Panaro, and amazing pianist Charlie Albright. Sing along with our 3 choirs, and of course, Santa always makes an appearance. Join us December 4th through 18th in Verizon Hall at the Kimmel Cultural Campus. More details at phillypops.org/Christmas.
Word family. In this season of giving, Word Radio, in partnership with the Philadelphia chapter of 12 Days of Christmas, Inc., is bringing joy to the lives of underserved children and families in our communities. This season, when you start or renew your Forward membership, $15 will go towards the purchase of Christmas gifts for children and families in need. Last year, the organization brought joy to families in the North and West Philadelphia areas. And this year, with your help, they can expand to help more families in our community. Start or renew your Forward membership today and help bring happiness to others. And if you're already a member and wish to donate, call Word Radio at 215-425-7875. This season, give the gift of Word Radio and bring joy to the hearts of children and families right here in our communities. Start or renew your Forward membership at wordradio.com. Save the date. Save the date. Friday, December 17th for the 2021 Word Radio Empowerment Experience. This year's theme is the power, purpose, and possibility of Black women. Conversations on healing and wholeness. Stay tuned to WURD for more information on this all-virtual event. Exclusively on Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. The 2021 Word Radio Empowerment Experience is brought to you by Pico, Comcast, Keystone First, and Temple University. The Word Radio Newsletter, keeping you informed, engaged, and connected. Sign up by visiting wordradio.com. Scroll to the bottom of the page and type your email address under Connect with Us. You'll receive the latest information on Word Radio, messages from our president and CEO, Sarah Lomax Reese, exclusive articles and multimedia content, and resources. Stay informed with the Word Radio Newsletter. Save space on Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Independent Black Media.
Wrap me up in your love. Wrap me up in your love. Wrap me up in your love this Christmas. Wrap me up in your love. Let's enjoy the holiday. Be here and now. This time and place. Laughter while the children play. These memories, they'll never fade. Let them open every gift, and while they do, we'll sneak a kiss. And baby, when the day is through, my only gift is you. Wrap me up in your love this Christmas. Wrap me up in your love. You've been at the top of my wish list. Hope that I've been good enough. This season, you're my reason. Oh, you know just what I want. Yeah. Both giving, both receiving. So wrap me up in your love. Hey, we don't need no mistletoe. I'll kiss you, love, everywhere you go.
Emily, if you have just joined us, you are listening to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. That's 96.1 FM and 900 AM. Call us. Talk with us. Have some fun with us. You can do so by dialing 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. I'd like to say hello to some of our family joining us on our socials. Kevin Williams says hello. Hi, Kevin. Deneen Young says, OMG. Hugs to my Jean. What? I mean, there's so many exclamation marks. She says, she writes, wow, I haven't seen her since the Touch of Jazz studio days.
Oh my gosh.
And our friend Shalata Sankova says, good evening and blessings to each of us. She sends her love to us always. We thank each and every one of you for listening. Michael Chip Gordon, who was with us last night, who won from our contest last night, says hello. Steve Manning, oh my goodness, Van Brown, Howard Harris. Let me tell you something, family. I am loving all the love that you guys are showing to us, okay? I don't even know how to contain myself. I just love it. Ooh! And so before we went to the break, we were clowning. At least I was, okay? I was. And they know that that's what I do when I talk with them. There's not a day or a moment that goes by that whenever I talk with them, we don't clown. But I'm going to reel it in for a moment because I want to express to everyone just how proud for you two I am. And I want them to know just how uberly talented, as I said earlier, you both are in your own right, but together, I mean, please, there's no stopping you. I was letting you all know that they were Grammy nominees and are currently Grammy nominated. I mean, again, did you hear that? They were once before for their former project, and they are for this project. Yeah, I know, right? You say it, and it just sounds like, huh. So they must be something. They must have that special sauce. Yes, they do. I'm here to let you know they do. So please, I've done all the talking because I'm excited. Please talk to us about what it feels like to be a Grammy nominee.
It is an amazing feeling. It really is. It's amazing because it's your peers, that are voting for you. And so it's a different kind of validation in a way, and I mean, not where you lose yourself in it and that sort of thing, because I think as an artist, you kind of have to know, or at least make those strides to know who you are as an artist, regardless of the accolades that may or may not come. But it's a special feeling, though, to kind of get that nomination from a group of peers.
I appreciate hearing that. I really do, because I understand. I understand what you mean. You enjoy doing what you do, what you're able to do. You enjoy receiving the blessings that you receive, and you're not looking for validation, but it feels good to receive that validation from those who are doing what you do. Like it's a totally different thing. I'd like to take a moment and talk with one of our callers. I believe Ron is calling us. Ron, are you still on the line?
Yes, I am here. And this
Hi.
is dedicated to you. This is dedicated to you, Karen, and all the ones that's there tonight. And remember these words. They do call me Dr. Love, And it goes like this. Love is a many splendid thing. Love is nature's way of giving, a reason to be living. And I sing that to say to y'all, isn't it wonderful? It's a wonderful thing to be in love, and I'm not talking some other type of crap. Just to be love in your spirit, you and Karen. I bear witness. Men don't do great things. Women does great things. Anytime that she can bring life into this world, and take, that's a great thing that the Creator Creator allowed her to do. So I say to men, look at the females as being precious. And then again, the men can look at them, but you and Karen and y'all must make yourself precious. And when you make yourself precious, that divine order, the divineness in you, acknowledge the divineness in everybody else, and walk on with love in your heart, but with intelligence. Don't lay your shield and sword down, especially your sword. Well, what is the sword? The sword is actually the words of the Bible, that book of information. And you take that in your life. And remember this, also remember this. It's not because of who someone else is. It's because it's who you are as an individual. And there is a purification in the females. If the average person would understand your nature, I'm not talking all part of that body neither. I'm talking about this understanding. If a man ever listen at a female closely and hold her, not in anything other, and hear her breathing, what a wonderful thing. And in your relationship, if that person is not able to embrace you and make you go back into a fierce role from which you have come, nothing has been. And it really, how can I say? Well, that's a beautiful thing. I mean, to embrace.
It is a beautiful thing.
So I just want to say that. So anyhow, y'all have a nice Christmas.
Ron,
and remember,
no,
always
wait.
look on the bright. Pardon me?
Before you go, I'm sorry to have
What?
interjected because I don't want you to go without me saying to you, I love when you call. I have to tell you this. You are just love. And I love hearing what you have to say. And I'm grateful for the gems that you drop. I really am. And thank you so much.
I'm glad to be here. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. That was Ron, and we love Ron. Ron calls in. He's an amazing spirit. He really is. And he calls in, and he always has a pearl to give us. He always has a gem to drop with us that we always put in our back pocket. I'll have you know that, Ron, because I do. I keep those pearls in my back pocket. I would like you to know that Maddie Baylor, Mommy, that's Mommy. Mommy said, that's my children.
Mother.
Mommy said, that's my children. She said, I'm so proud of you all and love you guys. We love you, Mommy. We love you. I think we have another caller on the, is Mommy calling in? I think we have another caller on the line. Fred, are you still with us?
Yes, Pretty Fred. How y'all doing?
Doing well, thank you. How are you?
I want to focus on the family because I like family talk, and I like focusing on the family. I just want to focus on the family. It won't take that long. I just want to say we are family. It's all about love, not dominating, but showing love and guidance for everyone else in the family and sharing happiness and togetherness and loveliness, love and peacefulness. And Mama used to say, take your time, young man, don't you rush to get old. And all the things you ask, you will know someday. But you got to live in a patient way. And things you don't know, someday you will grow. And she told me little things like say, hello and thank you, please. And all I want for you is understanding, just to communicate. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3, ABC. The glorious freedom of the children of God, which are the family of God. Stay young at heart, God's desire for the family, and His family forgiveness too. God's purpose for the family is a matter of obedience to a call within a relationship with God that is supremely over all. The plan and purpose of the family is to prepare every individual for a creative and spirit-filled life and coming to know who we are in the family. We are better able to give ourselves a loving service to others, God's family plan. Dear Lord, our heart's desire is to live in harmony and unity with each other. Bind your love to our hearts so we can live in perfect unity together. Teach us to care for our family members and forgive others their mistakes. Dear God, we ask and thank you that if we ask for wisdom, you freely give it to us. So I had to share that.
Fred, thank you. Thank you for those beautiful words. Thank you for the beautiful sentiment that came with those words. Thank you for taking the time to share that with us. It's always, always, always appreciated to receive a blessing. So thank you. Thank you for calling in. I'd like to continue with our family who's also still communicating with us on socials as well. Deneen, I love you. I know you didn't, you know it, but I just had to tell the world and have them hear me say it. Family, if you've just joined us, I'd like to let you know that you're listening to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. That's 96.1 FM and 900 AM. We're encouraging you all to call us at 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. I want to let you know something. Philadelphia's favorite dance company, Philadanco, returns to the Kimmel Cultural Campus in a not-to-be-missed premiere weekend. Now, fast forward to the future, featuring world premiere works from Bakari Lindsay, co-founder of Toronto-based dance company Collective of Black Artists, Vietnam's Tang Dao, Broadway's Ray Mercer, and emerging choreographer Kathy Smith. We are giving away a pair of tickets for the December 10th show to the 9th caller. I'm going to repeat that. We're giving away a pair of tickets for the December 10th show to the 9th caller when you call 215-634-8065. That's Philadanco at the Kimmel Center, Friday, December 10th at 7:30 p.m. Brought to you by the Kimmel Center for the Performing Arts. Caller number 9 is the winner, and on that, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Tried Eucrisa for mild to moderate eczema? It works at and below the skin surface and can be used on almost everybody, like on the dimples of a diva.
Yeah, roll your boat. Yeah, roll your boat.
Or the shoulders of a chef.
Look, Mom, I made jelly beans on toast.
Steroid-free Eucrisa works at and below the skin surface. It blocks PDE4 enzymes, which is believed to reduce inflammation, even on the wrist of a rebel.
What did you do to your hair?
What?
The specific way Eucrisa works is not well defined. Prescription Eucrisa for mild to moderate eczema is for topical use only in ages 3 months and up. Do not use if you are allergic to Eucrisa, crisaborole ointment 2%, or its ingredients. Allergic reactions including hives, itching, swelling, and redness may occur at or near the application site. The most common side effect is application site pain, such as burning or stinging.
Come on, moms and dads. Check out eucrisa.com and ask your doctor about Eucrisa.
Can I sing one more song?
This Word Wellness vignette is brought to you by AARP. Word Radio presents the following wellness tip to support our listeners with mindfulness and motivation.
This is Helena, your resident expert health and wellness coach, with tips to help you stay well. Let's talk about the importance of your emotional health. We all know that we have emotions, yet sometimes even the thought of this part of ourselves makes us want to run and hide. We sometimes feel ashamed or guilty for how we act and don't always realize that healthy emotions can lead to healthy relationships with ourselves and with others. Health and wellness also means having a healthy emotional life. Balancing your emotions can be done like this. Number 1, take time out for yourself every single day. Number 2, write in your journal 3 things you're grateful for that day. Number 3, spend time with the TV off and away from social media. Use this time to reflect on your day. We sometimes think tuning into our emotional health has to be cumbersome and difficult, but even just journaling a few minutes a day or sitting in silence can make a big difference. Go ahead and try it today. Stay well with Word. Happy, healthy living.
Stay well with Word. Connect with us at wordradio.com. This Word Wellness vignette was brought to you by AARP Pennsylvania. Stand with Word Radio, the only black-owned talk radio station in Pennsylvania. Did you know you can join the Forward movement and amplify voices of the black community as a digital member for as low as $5 per month? Visit membership at wordradio.com or call 215-425-7875. We need you. Show your support. Start or renew your Forward membership today. Save Space on Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Independent Black Media.
Someday at Christmas, men won't be boys, playing with bombs like kids play with toys. One warm December, our hearts will see a world where men are free. Someday at Christmas, there'll be no wars, when we have learned what Christmas is for, when we have found what life's really worth, there'll be peace on earth. Someday all our dreams will come to be. Someday in a world where men are free. Maybe not in time for you and me, but someday at Christmas time. Someday at Christmas we'll see a land with no hungry children, no empty hand. One happy morning, people share a world where people care. Well, someday at Christmas there'll be no tears, but all men are equal and no man has fears. One shining moment, one prayer away from our world today. Someday all our dreams will come to me. Someday in a world where men are free. Maybe not in time for you and me, but someday at Christmas time.
Family. If you are just joining us, you are listening to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. That's 96.1 FM and 900 AM. Call us at 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. We've spoken with some of our friends tonight. We've spoken with Ron. We've spoken with Fred. We're having a grand old time here. I told you guys about the contest that we're having. I don't know about you, but I want those tickets, okay? And I can't have them. So the ninth caller to call in can have them, though. I know you have the number. I know you have the number. You wrote it down. Nasir Butler says hello to us on Facebook. Peace and blessings to you as well.
Hello.
Peace and blessings. Michael Chip Gordon says awesome vibes. He is just loving you all. And I am too. You know, we were talking before the break about the two of you being Grammy nominated, and we were talking about validation, and we were talking about just, you know, accepting the love that you receive from our peers. You know, I know. I was going to say I know it's not the goal, but maybe it was. Was it a goal of yours? Were you just creating and releasing, or was it your goal? Did you set out? Did you say, you know, we're going for a Grammy? This is what we want. Was that a goal?
I think yeah. I mean, it's like, was it a goal? Like, I think the first thing is that when we're creating, we try to just really, it's like we really try to get inside of. It's about capturing that moment. And so the music and what's in our heart comes out first. And then after the art is created, then we start putting a plan in place. So to answer your question, after music is created, I mean, it is a goal. I mean, because you grew up as a kid with, you know, watching the Grammys and seeing all those that you look up to. But I guess the main thing is to be able to create, but you don't necessarily create with that in mind. Because if you start trying to create with that in mind, you start trying to follow a trend instead of following your journey. So if my journey can align up with that path, then I'm cool with it. But the most important thing is walking in our purpose and walking out our journey. I think that's the best way. Yeah, that's probably the best way that I can put it. So the answer to your question is yes and yes. I don't know. Is no and yes?
I think yes and yes. Yeah, because it was a two-part question.
Yeah. So I would say, yeah, but you don't create albums with in mind trying to get accolades. You know,
if that was it, I don't know what we would come up with.
I mean, because I'll say that to say this, that because if that was the case, because you know we would have kept going back to the drawing board. Because I'll just say this: early on in the journey, there were, you know, after we finished our first album,
you know, Wait,
Get to
wait,
certain age.
wait,
Yes.
wait, Marcus, I want you to finish your response, but I just have to let
Yes.
everybody know that you are witnessing what typically happens when we get
Oh, yeah.
together. So when we go to record or when we're in each other's company, period. So Gene and I are the clowns, okay?
Yes.
So we are typically laughing and we're doing everything that we're not supposed to be doing. And Marcus cracks the whip. He always says, "Stay focused, stay focused."
Yeah.
And
See,
we
y'all
never
gotta know
do.
that.
Oh, he does.
Y'all seeing
What's
Sister
that?
Carol here, who is an amazing radio host, but you're talking about amazing artists, and we had the honor of working with her in the studio. And so I just have to tell you, this relationship goes deep. Like it's just, so it's just, yeah, this is family.
I'm going to share with you guys. I had on was it my socks, on my slippers, or what was it? It was something. Gene and I had a whole, I don't even know what it was. We had so much fun talking about the socks and the slippers and the tea and everything else. Marcus was so frustrated with us. He was so
He was like,
Right.
we good, we vibing. And because Carol gets behind the mic and knocks it out like
That
it ain't
is true.
nothing. So
That
it's
is
like,
true.
oh, okay, we can hang for 2 hours and get it done.
Right. That is true.
No stress.
That is
She
true.
open her mouth.
Oh my
magic
goodness.
and butterflies fly out.
That is true.
Okay. With that being said, I appreciate all of that love. This is about you. So what I want to do right now is see if we have any friends on the line. Tony was on the line for a moment. Are you still there, Tony?
Yes.
Hi there.
Hello. You hear me?
Yes, we hear you very well. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, well, thank you for having me. Hello, everybody. I'm not familiar with your guest sound, but that song you played, Wrap Me Up in Your Love, something, is that their sound?
No, actually, it is not. Okay, so I'm going to tell you. The Baylor Project, I suggest strongly suggest that you look them up. You will not be disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
So their current project is called Generations. And okay, I should let you tell them your first project. What is the title of your...
You perfect.
Oh.
No,
So their current project is titled Generations, but you
Generation?
will not. Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
But I suggest that you listen to both of the projects, because there are when you talk about a meal.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm going to share you with when you talk about a meal, Tony, and you talk about two different types of cuisine, but you talk about two good meals. You understand what I'm saying? So you say, I want to go back and get that one, but I like this one too.
Amen. I hear you. But,
that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I just realized we're playing South this weekend.
Yeah. Wait a minute. What?
I just realized that.
Tony, did you hear that? They were holding out on us. They're going to be at South this weekend.
Saturday and Sunday.
Where?
For Unscripted Jazz. Gerald, Visa.
They're going to be at South, 611 North Broad Street in Philadelphia. They're going to be, it's Unscripted Jazz, which is curated by none other than Gerald Veasley, our beloved.
Okay. All right. I'm a struggling artist myself, songwriter out here, homegrown for many years. Haven't done much. But I like
what genre of music?
Yeah, we said what genre?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Harmony. Whatever is harmony. I don't care what
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
If you can
love
make it out, you should come. And if you don't like it, Gene will give you your money back.
Well, look, you might like some of my songs, but let me make sure I got the address straight, please. 611 North Broad Street.
Yes, sir. 611 North Broad Street.
And on Saturday?
On
Saturday and Sunday.
Saturday and Sunday.
All right.
The dates, are they the 11th,
11th and 12th?
December 11th and 12th. Yes. Okay.
Look, thank you all very much. God bless.
Tony, thank you. Thank you for calling in and sharing some time with us. So, family, if you have just joined the room, if you just walked into the space, you are listening to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. That's 96.1 FM and 900 AM. We are waiting for the 9th caller. Omar on Facebook is asking me what the trivia question is. Omar, all you have to do is be the 9th caller. I'm going to check with Miss Kayla J to see at what number we are at. But Omar, I'm telling you, all you have to do is call in and be the 9th caller to win the tickets, the pair of tickets for the December 10th show. Okay? 9th caller, 215-634-8065. We're talking with the Baylor Project, Marcus Baylor and Jean Baylor. And I've been explaining to you, for those who are unfamiliar, that their sound is something to be desired. Their sound is something that you will love and enjoy, no matter the genre of your preference. When you hear their music, I believe it will envelop you and that you will enjoy it. As you can tell, they're just the sweetest spirits. I love them. But I would like to know from each of you what you feel has been your biggest challenges. I would say in the industry, but I'd say during the like within the past few years, the pandemic included, like trying to maintain, sustain, and retain as an artist and having a career.
Gosh, just being home so much. I've enjoyed being home. Can't lie. But like coming back out is a challenge. Getting used to performing, getting used to engaging with so many people at one time is a lot. It's different from just being home. It's like we got to build up our stamina all over again.
Ooh.
Yeah, like we had a couple of days this weekend, and I was wiped out horribly. Didn't even realize until I got a little. I'll call it tired, sick. So that's the challenge. And of course, being in the house all the time, with the love of your life all the time.
Let me tell y'all married folks something.
All the time.
Ain't nothing, a pandemic argument is totally different than a pre-pandemic argument. Because you need the space, amen. But you know what? I would say that, I'd say the challenge just in general, overall, and just because we have our own record label that we do everything ourselves. And I think the main thing is being able to stay focused and be consistent and persistent. Make sure y'all don't correct me on my grammar.
Yeah,
is that correct? Both y'all? Is that correct?
Right on time.
Okay, cool. Yes. So with that being said, I think just with that, because I mean, in any business that you start, but definitely in the music business, you get more no's than yes. But this is the thing. That one yes can be almost like life-changing. Because if you think about it, even all the doors that we all went down, it's almost like we know a lot of no's, but then we understand like that one yes that opened up the door to our careers or our certain opportunities. And so that's what I can really say, just being, really just being consistent and being persistent. That's the way I look at it. And you knowing your purpose and knowing what it is that you're going for. Because, I can look back on, our journey starting off in 2014 or 15 and, hearing, no, this is not it. It's not going to work. But we just stayed with it. And, it was about the people and the music. That was our motto. And so that's how we roll. Yeah.
So when you say stay with it, that is the hardest part, to stay with it, and that was even pre-pandemic.
Right.
Oh man. Yeah. So here's the thing, because and I'm saying this because I thought about at the beginning of the pandemic, it was about the still for me. At first, I freaked out. I have to be honest with you. I did freak out. And it wasn't until I said, okay, I said to myself, well, Caroline, there's nothing you can do. You can't do anything but stand still. So when I was left with nothing to do but the still, that was when I began to find my peace. That was when the pieces began to fall into place for me. That was when, I started to realize, okay, all right, you pray every day, you pray all day. How about you start listening? How about you start receiving, So for you guys, And I know you say these arguments in the still have been a little different. How?
Yes.
How?
Yes.
Love it.
Yes.
Love it. Yeah. Listen, I overstand that. It's just been me and my fur child. So,
Yes.
you know, I haven't had anyone with whom to argue. What I have had is separation anxiety, which is crazy. She and I both. I don't want to leave her, and she doesn't want me to leave, which is that's crazy. But as you say, here's my co-host again. She's sitting in the chair with me. But you talk about the still and the initial onset of the pandemic. Did you go through that panic? Did you have that panic as well? Or what was that like for you? Like the initial onset of the pandemic?
I think it was actually the still was, like you said, it was great for us because I think, you know, put it like this. Inside the house, I was totally cool. Mm-hmm. Outside the house was a problem. You know, so I'm that guy when we travel on the road.
I mean, you see him with Lysol and everything.
People say how the chemicals of Lysol is bad for you. Well, hey, I have on my mask and I go in when we go to hotel rooms.
You know what? We have to though.
I go in, like I'm not playing with none of this. But
wait,
yeah.
No. Go ahead. Go right ahead.
So with that being said, we were working on our album Generations, and you know, it was a blessing in terms of being able to be still because it gave us time to just sit and just be in that moment. Now, this is how crazy how God works. We're totally focused on this album, and at the beginning of the pandemic, I'm looking at the television, screaming at the television, like, man, people need to sit down. Like, what is going on? Mm-hmm. Jean is cooking in the kitchen, and she comes out the kitchen to the living room and said, hey, babe, let's go live on Facebook. And I'm thinking like, man, you about to talk about the new album we working on? And we argue for a second because I said, if we're going to set up Facebook, let's set up Instagram. You don't need to do all that. So we argued for about 60 seconds. I set it up, and she started singing this weird song, Sit On Down. Mm-hmm. And someone on Instagram said, hey, you should make this a challenge. I'm like, what is that? We don't do it. We don't do challenges and all that. So we ended up making a song a challenge, long story short. And a buddy that tours with Gregory Porter put some music underneath. And it was like, okay, this is really special. So it went viral, and we ended up recording the song and using some amazing, he was in Czech Republic, Andre Pavek was in Czech Republic. And we got him to, you know, he played on it, did an arrangement. And then we got Ray.
Yes.
To play some steel guitar at his place. And Wayne Moore, another Philly, to play bass. And we put out this single. And next thing you know, it took on a life of its own. And it was nominated for a Grammy, not even asking for it. Like, you know, so it was just like one of those things where it's like God has a way of when you're sitting still, he keeps you moving. Yeah. And so I think persistence and consistency, it ain't always just in your physical action, but it's a mental space. Yeah. Having peace is being consistent and persistent.
Peace be still.
Yeah, you know, that's a part of it.
Yes.
Peace don't mean you're not moving forward, because in order for you to be able to dream and to think towards your next level, you have to have peace. If your brain is clouded, you know, then, you know, the peace, there is no peace. So my best times of thinking and dreaming and coming up with a plan is when I'm taking a shower, where I'm totally not thinking about anything. That's when the ideas come.
And you know what's interesting? When you said just being still and finding that peace, we literally wrote a song about that. It's the last song on the album. It's called Only Believe.
Yes.
And when you said that, I was like, yes. And it's saying it will be what it will be.
Oh my
Let
God.
it rain pour down on me. Just be still. You'll find your peace. Only believe. And that's what I've had to learn, where it's like, you know, life teaches you a lot of lessons, and it's like life is going to be life, and sometimes it's going to be great and sometimes it's not going to be great. And
right there is a whole word. It's an entire word. I want to take a minute on that word, and on that note, we are going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Football season is here. Stock up with Dietz & Watson, your official tailgate partner. Fuel up for the big game with a delicious Dietz & Watson sandwich spread and enjoy endless combinations of fresh sliced deli meats and cheeses in a variety of bold flavors, guaranteed to spice up game day. And don't forget to fire up the grill with perfectly smoked premium franks and sausages. There's something for everyone in the family. Head to DietzandWatson.com to find a local retailer near you. Dietz & Watson. It's a family thing. Premium meats and artisan cheeses since 1939.
My Independence at Home is hosting a senior expo Thursday, December 16th from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. at Opportunity Towers 1 and 2. The address is 1717 Hunting Park Avenue, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, 19140. There will be food, fun, community resources, and an opportunity to meet your local politicians. For more information, please call 215-921-2277. Hope to see you there.
Hello, my name is Andrea Delzell, and I've been using a wheelchair since I was 5 years old. If I had one message for the general public, it would be relax. Some folks get really flustered around disabled people, so they just pretend we're not there. I've actually had waiters talk to my companion and completely ignore me. People with disabilities just want the same respect and consideration as everyone else.
This is a message from United Spinal Association. Download our disability etiquette booklet at unitedspinal.org.
The Black Words Book Club. Word Radio's monthly conversation on books that focus on the African American experience across social, economic, and environmental justice issues. The second Tuesday of every month on Evening Words with Nick Taliaferro. The next book for December is Blam, Black Lives Always Matter. Hidden African American Philadelphia of the 20th Century. Nick Taliaferro will hold a contest for a giveaway book bundle which consists of 4 titles from Kensington's Defina's Authors of Color's newest release. Don't miss it, Tuesday, December 14th. For Word members, purchase your copy at Harriet's Bookstore or Hakeem's Bookstore and receive a 20% discount when you show your 4Word membership card at the time of purchase. Don't miss Black Words, Tuesday, February 9th on Evening Words with Nick Taliaferro. For more information on the Black Words Book Club, visit wordradio.com. The Black Words Book Club is sponsored by Defina. Defina is an imprint of Kensington Publishing Corp., America's independent publisher, concentrating on authors of color. This is Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD Philadelphia. Independent Black Media.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells and bobtails ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to laugh and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way, yeah. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. Whoa, whoa, jingle, jingle, jingle bells, jingle all the way, way. Oh, what fun it is to ride on a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago.
Family, hello. If you have just joined us, you are listening to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. That's 96.1 FM and 900 AM. You guys have been calling us, and I'm encouraging you to call back and other friends, call in too. You can do so by dialing 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. We've been talking with our friends Marcus and Jean Baylor, otherwise known as the Baylor Project. Heavens to Murgatroyd. We've been having a good old time in here. Joey Dixon says hello, peace, one love, and jazz to you all. Right. Omar Woods is still telling us, Omar, you got a call. I think we're two callers away. from the winner of the tickets. So call. So you can go to see Philadanco on December 10th at the 7:30 p.m. showing. Call 215-634-8065 so you can get the tickets. I want you to have the tickets because I can't have the tickets. It's going to be a good show, guys. So I want to say thank you so much to the Baylor Project for joining us, for sharing some wisdom, dropping some pearls, and telling us how they met and all that good stuff. Look at this. Look at Gina. Look at Gina.
She's clouded over here.
Look here, you gonna get to that live call. I'm telling you now.
Omar said, "I am waiting."
Yeah.
We need to send Omar a text. All right, number 8 just called.
Right. What I'm
Matter
going
of fact,
to do?
use your cell phone and your house phone.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Oh,
Y'all,
you
you
should
see
call
what's
under
happening here, right? You
8,
see what's
right?
happening here.
And then call back with your name.
Jean and Marcus, you too. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for staying to say hello to Lady Alma.
Definitely.
Thank you.
I love you guys. I love you guys.
When I tell you it's a party in here, this is family, but now this spotlight is on this beautiful woman right here. So Jean and Marcus are going to leave us. We hate to see you go, but they're going to leave us. I know, so we can talk with you.
But listen, Carol, how you keep it together? When she was singing, she was hitting over that jingle bells. Just like, and hello, we're coming back. I'd be like,
right.
See what I'm saying? Do you hear what's going on here? You know what?
You're just going in like what?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, everybody that is joining us right now, you are listening to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. I'd like to make you aware that our next guest, whom I like to describe as an ethereal being with a spirit bigger than the size of the entire globe. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Trust me, I know her well. She's my sister. She is known around the world as the Funk House Soul Queen. She's a diva. Do you hear me? I don't know how many adjectives I can use to explain this woman, but she means more to me than I can express to you and have you know and understand. For those of you who are unfamiliar, her name is Lady Alma, the beautiful Lady Alma. Hey, girl.
Oh, what's up, Miss Riddick? Hi. Thank you for having me today.
Okay, wait a minute. Now, I said, this is my sister. She did not get up here and say Miss Riddick.
Yes, I did. This, you know, when you on, you gotta be, professional.
Let me tell you, this is family. That's what I'm saying. This is family. The entire WURD family is family, and Save Space is family. This is what we do.
Yes.
I'll have you know, family, that when I called Alma, I said, okay, I want you to be a guest on the show because I want to share this spotlight with you. I want everyone to know that does not know who you are, And she said, well, girl, wait a minute now. Wait a minute. I'm not ready. I said, listen, this is family. I tell all of our guests that this is family and this is what we do. We come on and we introduce ourselves and we talk about who we are and we talk about each other. We get to know each other better because I think it's necessary. I think it's a beautiful thing for us to demonstrate our love for each other and to express our love to the ones we don't know. Like, I may not know you, but I still love you.
Still love you. That's
what I said. That's what you and I do that all the time. We say that all the time. All the time.
Yeah.
So I wanted to share that with our audience. I wanted them to just know. You know what's funny?
Thank you.
I tell you,
appreciate you, Carol. Seriously, you know I do that.
I was about to say, you already know I know. She knows I know. Yes, if we sat here and told you some of the stories, heaven, Troy, okay, all right, but we won't do that.
Yeah, that's right.
There's some things I want to talk with you about, though, Miss.
Come on, let's talk.
The funny thing, I always say, no matter how much I think I know somebody, I know absolutely nothing. So, no, seriously. So, you and I have known each other so long. We always talk about having known each other since the sandbox, which we have.
Yes.
I had no idea. No, yeah, literally. I had no idea that you were born in San Diego.
Yes. My dad was in the Navy, and he was stationed out there at the time. So my mom, my grandmother, and he and my uncle were out there. And my grandmother worked at the Children's Hospital where I was born.
What?
Isn't that something? Yes. I was born in the Children's Hospital in San Diego, California.
Wow.
Yeah.
I love San Diego. What is
It's
it?
beautiful there.
It is absolutely beautiful. In my I don't even know what to call it because I'm still crazy. But when I was out there visiting, I went to that. What is the highest point? There's a cross. There's like it's a mountain top.
Yes.
And there's a cross at the top. And I went to I stood at the edge, of course.
Awesome.
I will never do that again.
I haven't done that though. I need to go and do that.
Oh, it was exhilarating. It really was.
Wow.
It really was. But so tell me this.
Beautiful.
When did you come to Philly?
So I was born there, and we stayed there until I was about 1.
Okay.
And then we came to Philadelphia because by that time of my birth, from my birth to 1, my mom and father had split.
Okay.
So, of course, my grandmother had got a better job, and when she came back to Philadelphia, working at Children's Hospital in the Lighthouse. Yes.
I love
Seashore House it was, sorry. And me and my grandmother actually went back to California. We went back about, I was maybe 3 years old, yeah. So we were there for about 3 to 5. And then when I came back, that's when I met you, Miss Lady. A little bit after that, of course. But yeah, I was over there till about 5 and came back and was living with my grandmom in South Philly. And I went to Lee School. No, not Lee. What was it?
No.
What is it on Catherine Street?
I think it was Lee's at that time.
Okay,
I think it was at that time, I think. Look,
I ain't that crazy. I'm a little crazy, but
I own mine too. You know, I tell you all the time, child, please.
Yes, ma'am. And that's when I met you.
Oh my goodness.
6th grade.
We are not telling.
I'm gonna
yes,
tell this story. No. Yes, I am going. I might not tell the story, but we got 6th grade years in, from 6th grade to now. Yeah.
Okay. So when we say we go back to the sandbox, we go back.
We
to
really
the
go back to the sandbox.
Yes, we do. I want to. We have just a few minutes before we go to break, but I want to begin the conversation about. You have so many accolades, and it's so funny because when you're talking about your friends, I'm talking to my sister, and when we talk, we're talking about everything and nothing. Okay,
right?
Yes, but I said, well, I want to tell people, and there's so much to tell them about you, but I want to ask you to talk to us about the life of the song "Let It Fall," and the viral life that it still has. Okay, with the millions and millions and millions of views and still counting, because that's nothing to sleep on. I'm proud for you. And let me say that because I don't think I've ever said that to you as your sister. I'm proud for you.
You did.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
Okay. I better. That's right. That's what we do, right?
I didn't say that.
That's what we do. That's what we do. I better tell you. But so listen, what I'd like you to do is think about what you're going to tell us about the life of that song. I mean, because it's had a very, very, very long life. What we're going to do is we're going to take a break right now.
Come on.
When we come back, we're going to talk about that song. We'll be right back. Stay with me.
Comcast has built a broadband network with one simple purpose: to keep customers connected every single day. In the last 10 years, we have invested $30 billion and $15 billion since 2017 alone to keep America's largest gig-speed broadband network fast, secure, and reliable. Because more Americans rely on Comcast to stay connected, we work around the clock to build a better network every single day. Comcast. Better today, even better tomorrow. Learn more at comcast.com/network.
Break out the late night fun and the plans that came out of nowhere. Break out everyone's favorite hangout snacks. Break out the chips that Philly has turned to for over 75 years. Because when it's time to truly live it up and absolutely get down, it's time to break out the Hers. Stock up on classics like Hers Crisp and Tasty, Sour Cream and Onion, and Barbecue. So you can be ready to break out the good times, the fun times, the best times. Break out the Hers.
Word on Jobs. Are you searching for a job that fits your skill set and career goals? Visit wordworks.com and view featured jobs this week, including Manager of Events and Dining at the Philadelphia Museum of Art, Home Healthcare Outreach Coordinator at Always Best Care, and Community-Based Social Worker at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Visit wordworks.com and find the job that's right for you. Brought to you by Pico and Livelihood at Word Radio. Save Space on Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Independent Black Media.
Man, this goes out to you, RG3 or C3PO or MPG or whatever your name is. I know what you're going through. I know your pain. This is it's dedicated to you. Mrs. Claus, we got a thing going on. When Santa ain't home and the elves are gone, that's when we get down. Around this time each year, Santa Claus ain't here. She's so lonely and mofo man gets scared. Now she's afraid. Ooh, I wake up from my sleep and caught her playing with her favorite toy. Mrs. Claus, Mrs. Claus, Mrs. Claus, Mrs. Claus.
Did he say Mrs. Claus?
We got a thing.
Family. Hello and welcome back to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. That's 96.1 FM and 900 AM. Call us at 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. I was letting you guys know that we have some giveaways tonight. Okay, I'm going to check because I haven't checked yet to see if we've gotten to our 9th caller, but we have another ticket giveaway. Okay, pay attention. City Winery presents Anita Wilson, Thursday, December 16th at 8 p.m. This diva of song will bring a mixture of gospel, dance, and soul music that you will not want to miss. We are giving away a pair of tickets to the 9th caller. Again, okay, so
Poor Omar.
Listen, wait a minute. Omar might have the other tickets. I don't know yet. To the 9th caller, call 215-634-8065. That's Anita Wilson, Thursday, December 16th at 8 p.m. I'm going to check in a moment to see who won those Philadelphia tickets. Ooh, I can't wait to find out. I know, right? But in the meantime, we have in the Space family none other than my good cookie girlfriend, Lady Alma. You know, good cookie. I know that's right. So Alma, before the break, we were talking about you and all of your many accolades. And I asked you to talk to us about the life of the song Let It Fall.
First of all, can I just say, number one, thank you to the 27 million of people that continue to share and view and share and view and share. I have to say thank you to everyone for supporting that song. And then, of course, I have to thank the General and Inlaka. The General is the DJ who recorded the video. He was spinning also, and it was the end of the night. So this was the last song of the night. And they kind of slowed it down a little because what he explained to me is when you got the house music going and it's anybody that knows about house, it just keeps you charged. And a lot of times people don't want to go home after the parties and stuff, so they try to mentally prepare the folk. This is it. It's last call, time to go, all of that. And so they had slowed the record down a tad bit. And I would say like close to the end of the song, that's when Laka had been singing the song from the moment it came on, first of all. But what moved the DJ was that he noticed that this guy never wavered. You would have thought it was him that was singing the song, of course. And that's when he started recording. And for me, my whole life has changed. And I'm sure with Nlaka, his life has changed a bit too, because it went viral. And for me, this is unbelievable because that's something that people strive for all the time, is to go viral, do a hit song, whatever. That was not my intent 14 years ago when I first wrote the song. That's number one. The song is 14 years old now. When the video began to go viral, that was like 2018, I want to say. And I've been working, well, of course, because of COVID, things kind of slowed down. But prior to COVID, I was working. I wasn't home at all. Thank God, because everybody loves to work, and especially when you are doing what you love to do. So this song and, how can I say, like, the explosion of it, just, it changed my life, and it made me view performing differently. Like, because of Nlaka, he made me go back and learn all of my songs the way they should be sung. Because what I've learned is, even though people appreciate, what you're doing, especially if they know your works, they appreciate what you're doing, but they really come to see you perform it the way they heard it.
Yes, they do.
As artists, we always are experimenting and stuff of that nature, switching up our tunes and things of that nature to make it fresh or whatever, but people want to hear it the way it was. I don't know what was what could have been in someone's heart, what they were experiencing, what they were going through when they heard it exactly like that. So watching him sing or lip sync that song, he was singing it, but pretty much it was about the nuance of him singing note for note, breath, all of that. Like I was almost convinced that this brother sung the song for real, because it was just like amazing to see someone know my work like that. And it just touched my heart, because you never know what song that you're involved in is going to impact on others.
You never know what you do, what you say, what you say, what you never know what you have no idea. You have no idea. That for you, that touches me. I love that for you, because you give. But you give to me. You pour into me all the time. So I love that because you pour everybody that comes to see you. They talk about your spirit. They talk about how you pour into them, not just with your performances, but the words that you speak, from the words that you speak, just your energy. You just exude love. And I love that about you.
Thank you.
You walk. You are in your walk, and I love that about you. I'd like to say that Lily is saying good evening to us, to the entire family, to you, to the
Hi,
WURD
Miss
family.
Lily.
Yes, yes, yes. And I want to make everyone aware that Anita from North Philly won the Anita Wilson tickets. How
All
about
right, go Miss Anita.
And
winning the Anita ticket.
That's what I said. And Annette wins the Philadelphia tickets.
Well, go ahead, Miss Annette. Oh, poor
Omar, I'm sorry. She may take you with her, though. She might. I don't know. We'll ask her. But in any event, no, I know. Don't pay me any attention.
Love
connection.
connection.
Nice. I thought it was nice. It might be a love connection. You never know.
Hey.
But I love that for you. That the song had a life. It had a life of its own, and then now it has a whole nother extension of the life it had. That in and of itself. It just that's an amazing thing, because
let me add too. I'm sorry to cut you off. I did not mean to cut you off,
girl.
But when the song first came out, it was big over in Africa, South Africa. Like it hadn't even hit home yet. That's what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant to input, because people need to know about it. Like when it first came out 14 years ago, it blew up over there. And I even had the opportunity to go to South Africa and perform. However, I didn't perform it like I perform it now. And I have to apologize to folks, because I didn't take the craft serious like I do now. That's another thing that it changed my life about, is being diligent in my artistry. It made me go back and learn the right words. It made me go back and sing the inflections that I sung then.
But here's one thing. I want to go back to something you said. You were talking about the song and how it touched people, how it impacted them. And it brought me to an experience that I had. I was about to perform, and I was freaking out. I was close to tears. And I don't know if you remember Matt, Matt Sampson. He used to play guitar with me. So Matt, he said, "What is going on? What are you working through?" And I said, "People, oh my goodness, what if people don't come? What if they don't come to the show? Blah, blah. I'm singing the same stuff, the same songs." And he said, "So let me ask you a question. Is there an artist that you go to see whenever they come into town, or whenever you're near?" Whenever I say, "Well, yeah." He says, "Why do you go?" I said, "Because I like their music." Because he said, "So what do you think is going to happen?" And it made me think about everything in a totally different way, because the artists that I go to see every single time, they perform their music the same way, and it's the same way that I love to hear it, and I go every single time to hear those songs and to hear them sing those songs that way. So when you were saying that, it brought me to that. But another thing about that is that we don't know. We don't know how it touches another individual. And even though you extended an apology in saying that, you don't feel as if you relayed the message as you should the first time, like you weren't.
Yeah, I feel like I robbed them a bit. Yeah, I feel like I robbed the people a bit. I felt like I was just excited to be in South Africa. And, that song is healing people. Like that's another thing that has changed my life, is to have people come up to me that has physical illnesses that are telling me, because this song is healing them. And this is like, I have people who, a mother actually had hit me up in the social media and had told me that her son suffers with autism, and he doesn't really speak too much. But when he hears the song, he speaks. He speaks. Stuff like that.
It doesn't get.
Do I want to get paid? Yes. But this is why I really do it, because to hear the testimonies, you know, and it also reaffirms in me that I'm on the right track.
Mm-hmm.
And that, you know, don't measure your talent to anyone else, because what is for you is for you.
Ooh, Alma.
Period.
We talk about that, don't we? That's a whole
Yes,
word.
we do.
But that's what I wanted to get to as well, because you talk about the song Healing. You talk about the message and that part, that one song. What I always say is that, you know, we get to exercise our gifts. We get to share our gifts. And I always tell everyone that, you know, there's always that chance where we get to minister, where we are ministered to. So the way I see it is that you were ministering without even knowing it, but you just hadn't received your own ministry until that moment when you realized, like, you were already ministering.
Yeah.
You know, the gifts that we have, they're given to us. We don't ask for them. We can't go and acquire them. You know, God uses us as his vessel. That's what he, when we're open to him, I'm just sharing what you and I talk about all the time.
Girl,
you know, when we're open to him, you know, he uses us to the best of our ability. You know, listen, what? So I'm so happy for you that you finally you were the recipient of your ministry. Because I love it when it happens with me, you know, because sometimes we're so in our heads, we think too much about what we're doing or what we want to do, or what we're supposed to be doing, and we are not completely open to let him use us. Girl, wait, listen. All right, so that's a whole nother word. Whole nother word. But I want to move on to something else too, because you, Miss Lady, talk to us and tell us about what it meant to you to be named in the city of Philadelphia's resolution as a creative contributor to the fabric of the city of Philadelphia. Oh wait, during June, which is African American Music Appreciation Month. Yes.
Oh my God. I was just blown away. You know, I see a lot of artists, God rest their souls, when they pass, and then that's when they get their flowers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so to be getting them while I'm alive and I can smell them, it's undescribable. You know, it's very undescribable, because for a minute I took a break. You know, I had to take care of Mom. I had to step away from the music and take care of Mom. So I was very concerned about coming back and how people would be receiving me, if I was being received at all. And, you know, since I've been back, you know, it's good to hear from my constituents how they're glad to see me back. It's good to hear from the legends like Miss Deanna Williams and quite a few others to, you know, give me flowers while I'm alive. You know, I am very grateful to Defective Records because they helped. You know, they help. You know, when you have some friends in little high places, you know, and they believe in you, and if you're pure in your craft, they're going to help. They're going to push. They're going to encourage folks to get with your music, and they're going to musicate you about who people are. And you know, I'm just really, really grateful to be receiving my flowers while I can smell them.
I'm happy for you that you're receiving your flowers while you can smell them. Do you hear that? I mean, I really am. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful thing, you know. And I'm happy I'm happy to see all the love that you receive.
I am.
I love it.
Really am. I really am. I'm just going to ride this wave, you know, and just, you know, keep trying to create, you know, keep trying to give people good vibes and, you know, encouragement through the music, you know. Yes.
I always say, look, when people say, so what are you doing now? I said, whatever he allows.
That's
whatever
right.
He allows me to do.
That's right.
Because he guides our steps. He guides mine. Like, I know he guides yours, so I'm saying.
Ordered. Yeah,
Hello. Hello, because I don't move unless he's
Right.
moving.
That
And
is correct.
so, and I know that about you too. I know that
Yes.
about you. I want to tell our WURD family and anybody else within earshot that this woman right here, I know we joke about going way back to the sandbox, but underneath all the jokes, underneath all of the laughter, wrapped up in there is so much love. We've called each other. I mean, you know, being an artist, being a creative, it's a wonderful thing, but there's so many peaks and valleys, and those
Yes.
lows can get really, really low.
Very low.
They can
Yes.
get really, really low, and it's always it's a tremendous blessing to have someone
People
with
like
whom
you.
you hear me,
Mhm.
people like you, with whom you could just pick up the phone and say, okay, and they'll hear, okay, talk to me, tell me
Right.
what's going on, because
I
that's
hear
what,
some, 'cause
or we'll
they
call one
tight.
another. You know what we'll do? We'll call one another and say, okay, now I'm feeling like your spirit is heavy. What's going on with you? Because you've done that many a day. I've done that. Like, well, are you okay? Okay, I feel like your spirit is heavy. Talk to me. Tell me what's going on. And I love that we share that. I love that we
Absolutely.
have that, because that's
And I
rare.
want, and you know what? I want, I really would love to see more and more artists do that for one another.
Yeah,
You know?
I don't know. Maybe they don't talk about it. Maybe they do. Maybe we don't know. I don't know.
Okay, maybe we don't.
We
but
don't.
if-
Because
just
they
from what
wouldn't
I
know.
see,
They
only
wouldn't
just
know
from what
from
I
us.
see, right?
Yeah.
But a
That's
lot
a
of
good
folk
point.
a lot of folk who know me know that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? It's something that I do. But because there's so much going on right now, so much.
It is.
And everybody's heavy. Everybody's heavy.
Ooh, don't we
it's
talk
not
about
just the
that?
music business. Everybody is heavy right now. So we need to encourage one another. We have to.
We talk. You and I talk about that all the time. That's why we keep checking in,
Yep.
checking on. Ladies and gentlemen, everybody, if you have just tuned in, you're listening to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. That's 96.1 FM and 900 AM. We're talking with Lady Alma, none other than Lady Alma, and we've been talking about a lot of things. But what we're
Yes.
going to do right now is take a break. We're going to ask you to stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hey.
Build skills needed for employment through the Philadelphia Skills Forward Initiative, a free upskilling program for workers displaced by the pandemic, those whose jobs are at risk for automation, and Black and brown workers. Complete courses focused on digital literacy, career management, and professional skills for a successful career. Get started today at chamberphl.com.
The future depends on teachers. Every day, teachers are shaping our tomorrows, starting their students on journeys that will change the course of history. Right now, in a classroom somewhere in the United States, there's a teacher inspiring a future scientist who will make preventing pandemics their life's work, sharpening the mind of an aspiring environmentalist who will help combat climate change, and generating possibilities for a student who will be the first in their family to graduate college. It all starts with teachers who meet challenges with creativity, who reinvent education for the future, who work towards a school system that lifts up every child, regardless of race, income, or zip code, and to enable the full potential of our students, our communities, and our country. Explore a career that leaves a legacy you can be proud of. Shape the future. Teach. Learn more and receive free support at teach.org.
Stories come to life at your local parks and forests. They're places of wonder, and they're closer than you think. Make the forest part of your story today at a local park near you, or find one at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The Black Words Book Club. Word Radio's monthly conversation on books that focus on the African American experience across social, economic, and environmental justice issues. The second Tuesday of every month on Evening Words with Nick Taliaferro. The next book for December is Blam, Black Lives Always Matter, Hidden African American Philadelphia of the 20th Century. Nick Taliaferro will hold a contest for a giveaway book bundle which consists of 4 titles from Kensington's Dafina's Authors of Color's newest release. Don't miss it, Tuesday, December 14th. For Word members, purchase your copy at Harriet's Bookstore or Hakeem's Bookstore and receive a 20% discount when you show your 4Word membership card at the time of purchase. Don't miss Black Words, Tuesday, February 9th on Evening Words with Nick Taliaferro. For more information on the Black Words Book Club, visit wordradio.com. The Black Words Book Club is sponsored by Dafina. Dafina is an imprint of Kensington Publishing Corp., America's independent publisher, concentrating on authors of color. Save Space on Word Radio, 96.1 FM and 900 AM WURD. Independent Black Media.
In the winter, oh, we're walking in the winter. Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane, snow is glistening. Beautiful sight, happy tonight. Walking in the winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he is Parson Brown. He'll say, are you married? We'll say, no, man, but you can do the job when you're in town. Later on, look inspired as we dream by the fire, to face unafraid the plans we made, walking in a winter wonderland. In the meadow we can build a snowman and pretend that he's a circus clown. We'll have lots of fun with Mr. Snowman until the other kids knock him down. When it snows and it's thrilling, and you know we're just chilling, to face unafraid plans we made, walking in the winter wonderland. Oh, we walking.
Family, if you are just joining us, you are listening to Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. That's 96.1 FM and 900 AM. We've been talking with Lady Alma, OMG. I'm encouraging you all to talk to us. You can do so by dialing 215-634-8065 or toll free at 1-866-361-0900. So before our last break, we were talking with Lady Alma about her many, 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 many accolades. I love it for you, so I'm going to tell the world, okay? I'm going to shout it from the mountaintops.
Come on.
Hello. That's my good cookie girlfriend. So.
That's right.
But I would like for you to share with everybody, because you did something which I thought was spectacular. In our COVID compromised times, you started this residency. I remember calling you saying, girl, you're a genius.
Whatever.
You know I did, because I was talking to you about how you were doing it. Yes.
Did.
So please share with everyone. Tell us about this residency.
Of course. I partnered up with World Cafe Live, Walking Bear Management, and myself came up with an idea of Give Me That Music, where I'm curating stuff that I have done that folks may not know about, and I have enough to curate my own. And so we do it, like, I think it's every 3 months. And I actually am going to be integrating back inside next year, to do a few shows. And it's going to be very, very, very interesting, the things that I have going on coming in the new year. But excited. Give Me That Music, it was a virtual. We started virtual. And it was fun.
Okay, so tell us, because I want everyone to know specific details. So
what virtual is?
No, yeah. Can you tell us where virtually they can find?
Well, you can go on YouTube and see the last shows. Just go to Lady Alma's page on YouTube, and you can view the last 2 shows of the Gimme That Music virtual performance.
Nice.
And what that entailed was we had it hooked up with my Twitch channel. What? We had it hooked up with my Twitch channel. And
Yes.
Twitch is something where people can see you from all over the world. And it's the least to give you problems.
Okay.
You know,
So
as far as,
okay.
you know, the digital situation and your music, you know.
So do I have to be? Let me ask you this. So since I'm encouraging everyone to go and look at former or past performances, if they want to see, they can go to YouTube. I understand that, but if
Go
they
to
want
go to Lady Alma's YouTube page.
go to Lady Alma's YouTube page. So when you were talking about Twitch, are there how does that work? Are there past performances on Twitch that they can see?
No. That's where we would
Stream from.
Stream from. Yes.
Okay. See,
Yep.
let me tell y'all something.
You know, you already know. See, you helped me out.
Alma,
huh?
I called you about Twitch. Well, I was about to tell everybody. I called her about Twitch because I said, okay, now listen. I felt every bit of my age. I said, now tell me some things. Educate me, please.
Well, it started for gamers. Twitch was originally for gamers, but what happened is during the pandemic, a lot of DJs was like noticing they were having problems doing stuff on Instagram.
Okay.
So I don't know which DJ in particular started it, but whoever it was, thank God for him, because he just brought a whole community of people over. A lot of DJs and a few artists now are up on Twitch. And that's just, you know, so you can stream.
But you say it's a better platform. It's definitely a better platform for streaming.
You don't have all the, you know, clicks and craziness that happens with it.
When you host a performance on Twitch and I want to see it, do I have to be a member of Twitch, or do I have to?
No, usually
how does that work?
You know how you get the links for Zoom meetings and stuff, and like for instance, everybody don't have Zoom on their computer, but you can still go to a Zoom meeting.
This is true.
So if you have the link, all you just do is press on to the link, and that would take you right in. Now, if you wanted to be involved in the chat room, because it also has a chat room.
Oh, what? Like during the performance?
During the live performance,
oh, that's really cool. So it's interactive. I like that.
Yes, and that's what people were very excited about, because while we were performing, we created this sense of a party.
Oh, I love that.
With people all over the world. Like, it was people from Africa, London, Chicago, California. Everybody all was watching and could interact with one another via the chat. So you felt like you were at the actual performance.
You know, I want to make everyone aware, for those who are unaware, that you are an international recording artist.
Yes,
so when she
ma'am,
says, you know, yes, I know. You know, I don't joke when I say, where are you today? Istanbul. I'm not joking when I say, you know, we both say that to each other when we tell them, where are you today?
We both travel like that.
But I want to let those who are unaware know, you know, your music transcends. You know, your music, you travel. You travel all over the world. There are supporters, fans, family all over the globe that know and love Lady Alma. I mean, y'all, at one point in time, she was telling me, so I'm moving to another country.
Yeah, I was at one point in time, but you know what happened? Mom. And so that was out the question then, you know. Now, do I want to now? Maybe not so far away, but you know, I may uproot at some
explore.
point in time.
Explore. Yeah. I understand that. I definitely understand that. You know, Alma and I both, we talk about some of the parallel experiences we have and have had, not just in this industry, but in life. And we share the experience of having been caregivers to our parents. And yes, it's something, when I tell you, it's something that I would do over and over and over again, and I know you would too.
Absolutely. If I had to, yes,
If
I would.
what, and we talk about, because it was the same thing happened. We both said, okay, well, if this is what needs to be done, then I'm going to do
Gotta
it.
get done. Yeah.
It
I
was,
wasn't passing her off to the nursing
no,
home. And this is no reflection on anyone who has had to put their parents in a nursing home. Okay.
exactly.
I'm definitely not dissing anyone on that
No.
aspect, but for me, it was something that I had to do. I had to do that.
Same here. Same. But
Yep.
it's a gift. It's a blessing to be able to give back in that way. And again, I'm not discounting anyone else's experience or situation in that regard. It was just about the choice that I made. I'm speaking for myself. It was just about the choice that I made, and the choice that you made, as you just stated, the choice that you made. But it's a blessing to be able to do so. It's a huge,
it really
tremendous
was
blessing to be
for
able to
me.
do so. And
Yes.
but
It
that
changed my
speaks
way of thinking.
about everything.
It humbled me.
About everything.
I have to say that part of my life was humbling time.
Mm-hmm.
And I needed it. I needed it. I'm not even going front. I needed it. So, you know, I'm glad I had that opportunity. And once again, if I had to do it over, just the same way.
But that's why you are a blessing to so many. And that's exactly why there's healing in your music. Because you heal, you pour into those that you pour into people that you don't know. So there is no surprise that you pour into your
Such a blessing. That's such a blessing that I do not take lightly. I really don't.
I just am so glad that you accepted my invitation to come and join me on this platform.
Please. I would be remiss if I didn't do it. Seriously.
No.
And I'm appreciative that people even care. You know what I mean? I'm appreciative.
I know how you feel. I know exactly how you feel.
Hold it back, you know.
What I'm going to do at this time is just say thank you to everyone. I want to say thank you to Anita, who called in to receive the Anita Wilson tickets. That is so interesting, Anita. And Annette, who called in who won the Philadelphia tickets. Family.
And we love Omar.
Oh, yes, we do. We love you, Omar. Family, that wraps up tonight's episode of Save Space on WURD, Progressive Black Talk Media. I just want to extend my utmost gratitude to our wonderfully talented producer, Miss Kayla J.
Miss Kayla.
To the entire WURD family, and thank you, family, for participating.
Thank you.
It has been a pleasure and a privilege. I want to say thank you to our guests, the Baylor Project, Marcus and Jean Baylor, and to you, Lady Alma.
Thank you.
Family, remember, we're all we've got, and we are all in this together. So be good to you, but be good to those around you. God willing, I will see you tomorrow in the same place at the same time, right here on Save Space. Stay tuned. Keeping It Real with Al Sharpton is next.
Have to make a decision.